In this video I'm going to show you how to navigate the home page for Onshape once you've signed in and how to start a new document from scratch. So this is what the home page for Onshape looks like when you sign in. This is on a brand new account with no documents yet created, so there's nothing there for me to see in terms of documents to be opened up. On the left hand side here up the top you can see that I've got this create button that I can click on, and that's where we're going to start any new Onshape files. Underneath it I've got documents that are owned by me, so any of the documents that you've created and that you own will come up under this tab, and they'll appear down here by name, date modified, etc. We then also have our recently opened tab, so any of the documents you've recently opened will come up here, and we have a couple of other tabs down along here for things that you've created, ones that have been shared with you, and you can give drawings their own labels and sort them in a particular way. So now I'm going to quickly show you how to create a new Onshape document. We also have the option to create folders to keep our documents in, but we're going to start by creating a document. So we're going to click on create document. We need to give that document a name. So this one is going to be test 1. And we can tell it where it's going to go. We don't have any folders yet, but if we had a folder we could select a folder that we're going to save it in. It will automatically be saved in the owned by me folder. I'm going to click create. Give it a minute to load and it will pop up with a fresh document. And this is our initial workspace. So every time you open up a new document it will look just like this. We've got all of our tooling, alright, and options for tools along the top. We get this axis with a front, top and right axis that we can select when sketching different things. You'll also automatically along the bottom have a single part studio and an assembly. Now these are two different features within our Onshape documents. Our part studio is where we draw an individual part for a project. So say we're drawing a toolbox, for example, we could draw one side of the toolbox and that is an individual part and it will get drawn there. If we want to draw the end of a toolbox or the handle, a different part, we would need to add another part studio. Our assemblies are where we take all of these parts from the part studios and we assemble them together to create a final project and what something will look like as a completely assembled project. Down in the bottom left hand corner we have our insert new tab option, which is this plus that you can see just here. When we click on that plus it gives us options to create more part studios, create assemblies. There are also some more complex options, so things like creating a material library and creating variable studios. We're not going to go too much into that. Another great option that Onshape has is the ability to create drawings. So once we've created part studios or individual parts, we've put them together in assemblies. Alright, we can also create a wide range of industry standard drawings from those individual parts and assemblies. So I'll go through doing all of that in some videos to follow. A few other features that we have here on the basic document of Onshape is we can select where we are looking at our particular model from up here in the top right hand corner. So you can see this cube. Alright, we're currently in this view here, so if I was to click in this corner of the cube where I've got my mouse and it's highlighted blue, I would get the view that you're currently seeing. If I just wanted to see my view from the front, I could select the front and it will give me a front on view. So there's a whole heap of preset areas that we can select to view all different views of our particular model that we are drawing. Okay, we can also use the arrows to rotate up and down, left and right. We can also rotate on the spot. If at any point we get a bit lost, we can always revert back to by clicking on the standard views. Okay, and where the standard view is always that front right top hybrid, this top corner that you can see my mouse on top right hand corner. Okay. Last thing is zooming in and out. Alright. Depending on whether you have a mouse or a trackpad, it's slightly different. If you have a mouse, it's very simple. You put the mouse where you would like to zoom in, and you use the scroller on the mouse. Scrolling away from you will zoom in, and scrolling back towards you will zoom out. If you have a trackpad, 2 fingers touched on the top of the trackpad and dragged down towards the bottom will zoom you in, and 2 fingers on the bottom of the trackpad and dragged up towards the top of it will zoom you back out. So that's all of our basic functionality for being able to navigate the document and homepage of Onshape.